Hey Virgo, I'm Lindsay from Lindsay with Love, and I hope you're having an amazing day. This message is for Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising for mid-July of 2022. And Virgo, as always, these are general messages, so please take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and check out your rising sign and your moon sign for a more comprehensive view of what's happening for you mid-July of 2022. All right, Virgo, when I was meditating on your energy, the words defined by success came through, and this is what the guides had me writing out. It says, Virgo, you are constantly thinking about success lately. The energy feels more career, business oriented than home life, but it could be either. Your ideas of success rest largely on your resources and material goods at this time, in parentheses. But it is important to remember you, in capital letters underline, have the ability to define success for yourself. You feel like you're defined by these things, meaning the material goods and the resources, because ... well, society ... So we want you to remember that yes, you are defined by success, but you, capital letters underlined, also get to write the definition. Breathe, Virgo, we see your success. Oh, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, before we dissect this message and chat about it a little bit, I just want to remind you that I'm an energy coach and distant healer, helping you release the energy blockages that are truly holding you hostage to a mediocre life. Virgo, if you are interested in working with me to really become the best version of yourself, to stand confidently and empowered and start building and attracting a life that you love, click the first link in the description box below. It's information straight about my private coaching program. Or if you're interested in the energy healing but you don't want the whole program, click the second link in the description box below to learn more about my energy healing subscription program that is literally at a super discounted rate right now, up to 60% off, limited spaces available, for a limited time. So if you're interested, get in on it now so that you get your spot. Claim your spot, Virgo. I hope to see you on my calendar soon. All right, so let's chat about it. You're thinking a lot about success. The energy feels more career, business oriented. Almost all of the messages so far, Virgos, your number 6, have been about career. So I think that's really interesting. A lot of focus on career right now. Makes perfect sense. The full moon, I'm literally recording July 13th, which is why I feel like a wild woman. I feel like my head is floating right now. I need to do some grounding before I record my next message, Virgo. But it makes sense because the full moon is in Capricorn, and Capricorn is very much career and goal oriented. So makes sense. Okay. But basically what they're saying is maybe your ideas of success are not defined by you. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I feel like if you know me personally or not, I'll share a personal story. I'm the middle child of 3, and growing up, I was like the straight A student. I was in all the sports. I was in honor society. I did the charity work. I volunteered. I was in honors band. Blah, 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 right? I did all the things. I went into Michigan State. I went and got my degree. School was easy for me. Life was really easy for me growing up as a teenager. But then, and my brother and sister, they were both smart. They're both really smart. But in high school, they didn't really care so much about the school and the grades. They just wanted to have fun. They were playing the sports, hanging out with their friends, and they were probably like B or C students, and that's fine too, right? I'm not comparing. I'm just giving you an example. And so growing up, I remember we would sit at the dinner table during report card time, and we all had our own specific spots. And my brother would like show his report card, and my sister, and it would be like, oh, good job, you got a B+ in whatever subject. And then I would show my report card, and it was almost always all A's or A-, whatever, right? And I remember my parents just being like, good job, Lindsay. Like, it was like this weird expectation, or just knowing that I didn't have as many struggles as they did for school or something. And so they kind of like expected the success from me, but then like maybe not so much my siblings at the time. If my siblings are watching, I love you guys so much. I'm only sharing as an example, okay? You guys are brilliant, super successful people, which is true. They are really successful. But my parents would almost like reward them, like, wow, good job, we're so proud of you. And then they'd be like, yeah, Lindsay, okay, great, you know, whatever. And so I don't have any like ill will or ill feelings about this. I always just thought it was so interesting because they just expected, like, they expected Lindsay's success is her A's, and she's always gonna get those A's. And my sibling's success was maybe a B plus. And so it was really exciting when they hit that. So here your guides, Virgo, are telling you not to be defined by society's success definition, right? Society defines success as like the house, the car, the 1.5 kid, the college degree, like all that is kind of complete BS. And where I was going with the rest of my story is now I'm kind of like the wild rogue child. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Dad. I think growing up, they expected me like Lindsay's gonna climb the corporate ladder, which I did for 10 years. I did. But it didn't vibe with me. Like as I aged, I was like, this is all just crap. I just don't get it and I don't want to do it anymore. And I'm tired of trying to prove my worth to somebody that doesn't matter. Like I just didn't care anymore. So I stopped. And I went on to do one of my first businesses, which was in cannabis. That really like shook them to their core. They were like, what? Our proper little Lindsay is like, you know, trying to get in early on the cannabis space and only selling accessories. I wasn't going in on like actual product. I was creating accessories. I just saw an opportunity and I really love to be an entrepreneur. And so, yeah, it's interesting. You don't have to let society define success for you. You get to write down what is success for you. For me, my success has nothing to do with society's standards. Like I could care less. I never want to own a home. Why? Because I feel tethered. I feel anchored. I feel like weighted down by this. I want to be mobile. I want to be able to like pack up some luggage and like leave all the furniture behind if I have to and like just like go somewhere else. I like that feeling. It's fun for me. It's exciting. It's adventurous. But society would be like, well, that's crazy. That's nomadic. That's like gypsy or whatever, right? So just as an example, don't let society define your success for you. It is your free will and your free choice to define it for yourself. So remember that every day you can be successful. In my opinion, if you have a goal or an intention and every day you work toward that goal, that is success, right? Like you're focused, you're clear, you have a mission, you're going toward it. That's success to me. And then when you hit big, now you're like by society standards successful. But every day you're successful as long as you're going towards something that you really matters for you. So I just really want to hit that home, Virgo, because I experienced it growing up. And I think even to this day, sometimes my dad in heaven is probably like shaking his head. I know, in fact, he's shaking his head like, oh, Lindsay. And my poor mom, I think I've worried her to the core at this point. But I feel very successful in my life. I feel super happy, and I don't know. I just don't care what anyone else seems to think. So, and that's my success. So breathe, Virgo. The guides see your success and you get to write the definition. Virgo, I hope this message was helpful. I hope you enjoyed my little personal story about when I was a child or a younger version of me. And if you did enjoy this message, please consider commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you do subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss my weekly videos all about energy healing, raising your vibration, my zodiac messages, all these wonderful things that happen when you actually live a life that you're passionate and excited about. All right, Virgo, I hope you have a great week, and I hope to see you next week.